Developing tonight, steps are being taken toward a major expansion at the Evraz Rocky Mountain Steel Mill. The company looking to build a new long rail mill that would create hundreds of jobs and be a boon to Pueblo's economy. News 5's Andy Cohen joins us in our Pueblo studio with details on the expansion. And Andy, this is out in the public even though the deal isn't quite done yet.
That's right, Elizabeth, but this is such a big deal and there are so many moving parts. It was just impossible to keep a lid on this, and that's why Pedco came out in the fall and announced what they had at this point. Now, here are some of the key points. Evraz wants to build a $500 million solar-powered rail mill on their property, including the solar farm. And the company agreed to keep a minimum workforce of 1,000 employees with a base salary of $65,000 a year. Now, we know that Evraz currently has about 800 employees, so we're talking at least 200 new jobs, potentially more. This is the biggest incentive package that's ever been put together for a job deal in Pueblo, more than $100 million on the table. And it looks like, based on some public documents I've seen, Pueblo came dangerously close to losing the mill entirely if things didn't work out.
Something of this magnitude we haven't seen for 50, 60 years.
The change is already happening. In August, City Council designated this part of the mill as a blighted area, and Evraz is cleaning it up. In November, the city annexed 50 acres here, a legal necessity to provide tax incentives for the deal.
Typically, we don't announce incentives until the company's decided to move forward. This one's a little bit different, just mainly because of the sheer size of it, and there's a lot of moving pieces to it.
Also different because Pedco was created to diversify Pueblo's economy away from dependence on the steel industry. But he says the voters' steadfast commitment all these decades to paying into the half-cent fund made this deal possible.
That helped us make that decision. That helped us become competitive so we didn't lose that industry to another location.
It's a record-setting amount of incentives, $15 million from the half-cent fund, $75 million in tax increment financing, plus nearly $1 million for job training at PCC. Pedco believes when Evraz grows, Pueblo will grow too.
It is as good of a project to invest in as we can possibly come up with, because we're investing in one of our own, and we're investing in workforce that really built the city.
Under the terms of the deal, Evraz has until December to reach a decision on the expansion at the rail mill. We'll keep you posted on new developments. Watching out for you, Pueblo. Andy Cohen, News 5.